Hello, everyone. My name is Rashida. As some of you are from previous videos, I decided to come back on and just start talking and letting others know that hey, not to be okay. It's okay to say that you're not okay. Um, I think that's one thing that we have to accept, um, accept it for ourselves, and accept it for our situations in life. Okay. I also think we have to keep self love in the picture. Know what it looks like to love yourself. Know what it feels like to love yourself, which can be hard to do when you are going through journeys, journeys of anxiety, journeys of depression, journeys of bipolar, journeys of PTSD, okay? Just life. Because when life starts living, you got to live it. You have to sit in the living and you have to live it. Why? Because it's your life, okay? So let's start with my journey of anxiety, which there are two different standpoints of anxiety, two different kinds of anxiety. One of them would be just common anxiety where it comes, it goes in regular people. It's just a normal part of life. You know what I mean? Not regular people because we're all regular, but it's a part of life. That's common anxiety. It's a part of life. Okay? It's fear, it's worry, um, being anxious. And we all get that sometimes, right? The difference between anxiety and anxiety disorder is something that I have been diagnosed with is anxiety disorder. Okay? And anxiety disorder is when we go through the worry, the fear, um, and every other bad feeling, bad vibe, something's always wrong. You're creating things. Your past is causing things. Some of the health issues you have may cause anxiety. Um, with anxiety disorder, it's just more intense. It's more excessive. Um, it's more persistent. Like sometimes it don't go away. Um, I call them episodes, and I call them episodes because I haven't fully detected all of my triggers. I know that one of my triggers can be a lot of chaos, just a lot of stuff going on around me, arguing, a lot of noise at one time, um, like that. I don't know if you heard that, but that was my air. And it's so loud that I tried to tune it out, and not pay attention to it, but at times it causes me anxiety, more times than not. And that's because I just moved into this apartment. It's smaller than my last apartment, and I have to adjust. Okay. So, with anxiety disorder, there are several types of this um, disorder. Okay. Now, let me tell you, with anxiety disorder, you can go from 1 to 100 really, really quick, which I have experienced. Okay. In those episodes, it goes from anxiety, and the anxiety continues to build and build and build until now you're hitting that mode, and now you're hyperventilating. You can't breathe. Your heart is beating extra, extra fast. You know what It's just, you feel like you're going to die. Okay. That is no other way to put it. That's just the feeling. Okay. So now remember, I told you all that I had COPD and asthma. So when I'm at my peak, which is panic, I tend to end up on a ventilator. And I've been on a ventilator 3 times um, in my life. Okay. Two of them has been from anxiety disorder slash panic disorder. And another time was back in like 2010, 2011. I don't know if anyone will recall um, H1N1, and I caught that as well. Um, and I was on a ventilator from the 25th until January 4th, the 25th of December until January 4th, I was on a ventilator. They had to wean me off of it. Um, was not easy to deal with. And even at that time, I didn't think that I had anxiety. I didn't think it because I know that I was afraid of dying, but I wasn't afraid of like not being able to breathe. For me, it was just like, okay, I can't breathe. It's an asthma attack. They'll treat me. They might keep me for a day, and then they'll send me home. Well, I end up staying for almost 2 weeks. In the midst of that, I had to have physical therapy. I had to learn how to walk. I had to learn how to talk. I had to learn how to feed myself. My taste buds were gone. I couldn't taste anything due to the tubing being there for so long. I had lost so much weight behind that, but I thank God that I'm here still today to talk about my journey and how I'm dealing and trying to cope and trying to love me and trying to figure out who I am as a person. Um, I know that some people may not have the symptoms of what anxiety is. So I'm going to tell you some symptoms. And yeah, there are some symptoms that I suffer from and that I had to write down so that I can, it's part of my journaling. And now this will be part of my journaling. So, journey for me, guys. And I'm still moving forward with it. And I'm still, I don't know, I still beat myself up for it. Um, I would still say I'm not normal and I just want to be normal. Um, but um, symptoms could be nervousness, restlessness, or tense. That's what I do. I don't get so much as nervous, but when I'm having it, I freeze. I do not move. If I'm sitting right here and anxiety kicking in, I'm not moving from right here. You will not be able to get me to move from right here. I'm going to sit in this spot until I can get it to go away. If I cannot get it to go away, due to all of the incidents I've been in, I have been given the life alert button. Okay, so if I feel like I can't get rid or it's not going away, or I feel like I'm breathing and it's getting worse, then I'll press my button and go. Okay. Um, doom, depression, being down on yourself, just ugh. You get what I mean? You know how rainy days be so blah. You know what I'm saying? And you do get that feeling. You do get that feeling, and you always think something bad. Cause I that's what I think. I always think that something is going to happen to me. I think about death on a daily. Okay, some days more than others. Okay, so because of that, it causes me anxiety. That's what it does. It causes me anxiety. And now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about something that I shouldn't be thinking about because guess what? I have no control. If it happens, it happens. I have no control over it. At the end of the day, it's not in my hands. I only can control what's in my hands. And I have to learn that. We talked about the breathing, and I, I just call it hyperventilating. I don't even call it breathing. I call it hyperventilating. Okay, when your body is going through the motion, you begin to, you know what I'm saying, like you running, and it kind of gets away from you. So you in panic mode at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's like fight or flight. You get what I'm saying? And and you fight. I remember the days I was going through those episodes, and it was just like I'm tired. And then when I wake up, I'm on a ventilator in the ICU because me hyperventilating means that I'm bringing air in, I'm not letting it out, so I'm not having that exchange of good air, bad air. I'm just bringing in the bad air, just bringing it in, just bringing it in. It's not transferring. So I wake up, I'm in the ICU, and that's the way it goes. Okay. Um, yeah, you sweat. You can be a sweater. Um, I think the trembles come with nervousness. That's that shaky, or you get so scared that you get shaky. Um, Anxiety will most definitely keep you weak and tired because you're so tired of fighting that moment. So I started putting in my head like, okay, it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. It's gonna go away. It's gonna go away. This is what I have to tell myself. Even though, even though it doesn't go anywhere. So then I began to lose hope. I began to go into that doom. I began to go in that panic. And then I had to figure out something to bring me back down, which is what you see behind me. Okay. I'll come in here. This is my workshop, so that's why it looked the way it looked. Those are my products back there. I create to keep my mind off of. I find that one of the coping is not a full one because I can be only thinking about it in the moment, and then I'm back to anxiety. Now I'm back to frozen. I'm just sitting here, or Let me go get stuck in my bedroom. Let me just sit in my bedroom. Um, Concentrating, not hearing, um, you're not, you become unaware of what's going around you because that sense of worry and fear that you're thinking about is occupying everything, everything. So it's hard to concentrate when I'm thinking about this. It's hard to talk to others when I'm thinking about this. It's hard to, know what's going on around me when I'm thinking about the present moment and what's going on in my head in that present moment. Okay. Um, GI problems, yes, that's your stomach. I've been complaining about my stomach for about 2 years now. And as the anxiety got worse, um, as the anxiety got worse, um, the worse my stomach got, and the longer um, it lasts. Okay, the longer it lasts. Um, so even though the doctors has not um, anxiety to my GI, it's like medicine on medicine on medicine on medicine. Medicine I don't need. Medicine I'm not gonna take. Okay, I'm just going because guess what? Something's gonna have to give, and I'm gonna have to live life. Like I have a grandson, I have my girls, which are 23, 25 as well, because they have been with me through it all. They have been with me through it all. They have. Um, you can't control what you're worrying about when you're dealing with anxiety. You can't control what you're worrying about. Even though, it ain't nothing you can do about it, but you can't control worrying about it. And with me, that's stuff like death. Something bad is going to happen. I'm going to die, or I want to know how much longer I got, or, it's things like that. Um, it's kind of hard for me to avoid my triggers because I'm still trying to figure out my triggers. Some triggers you can avoid. You just can't. I'm telling you that because I said one of my triggers were when there's too much going on at one time. Okay. So sitting in my lab is what I call it. I try to keep it as organized as possible because if it gets too chaotic for me, then I tend to take off. I don't want to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm only thinking about what's around me. All this stuff is cluttering me in. The only thing I can think to do is get out. Okay. Um, Chaotic is having a baby running through here, crying and playing and constantly hearing no and stop and you know just being a baby, just being a baby is a trigger for me. I get irritated quick, 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 quick. So you have to try to avoid them. Um, I think I be trying to avoid my stuff by just staying in the house. I won't go outside. I might sit on my porch for a minute, but I'm not an outside person. And it's been real bad since COVID started. COVID-19 is when it got really bad for me. And I just don't want to go outside. I'm so afraid of being sick. Okay. And we got 10 minutes. So Let me run through the different types of anxiety, and I'll tell you as I go the ones that I suffer from. Okay, you have agoraphobia. That's just you often fear and try to avoid your triggers. So I would try to avoid going into a store because it's very crowded. There's a lot going on. You hear a lot of different conversations. So I try to connect and just order the stuff. Send my children to go get it. Send my best friend to go get it. But I'm not going. I'll go, but I won't get out the car. I'm not going to get out the car. Period. Okay. Um. So I do have some agoraphobia. Anxiety due to medical. I have that, and it's the COPD and the asthma. They all coincide together. Okay. Things are difficult for me to control. My feelings, my emotions, my doomness. 'Cause when you feeling doomed, it's just like everything is negative. Like, oh, that positive stuff really like really like it sounds crazy, but it is. It's like, okay, don't say that no more. I heard you. Okay, just you know what I mean. Um, put the phone on D&D because I'm trying to avoid one person. So everybody got to suffer because of this one person. This one person has irritated me. The voice is causing me anxiety. So I'm going to avoid, and that's how I avoid it. D&D. Panic disorder. I used to have a lot of panic attacks when I first started out with anxiety because I didn't know how to cipher between the two. And when I say cipher between the two, that means cipher between my medical condition or panic. And always calls to reach that peak. So once I'm in it, I'm in it. I can't control it. And once it started, I don't know how to bring it down because once it's up, it's up. It's up. At that point, hospital time. It's time to go to the hospital when you're having those type of episodes. It would be a bad idea to stay at home. It would be a very bad idea to stay at home because you will continue to go through those things. Separation anxiety, I do suffer with. Um, I hate to be with someone and then they leave. I know they're coming back, but they leave, and now I'm suffering with when they come home. Oh my God, what time is it? What time is they coming home? I go to that. I go, what if something happen? Why they not here? What if I go through this? Why they not here? What if? just in case. That's what you think when there's anxiety. Anxiety is what if, just in case. Okay? What if, just in case? What if they don't make it here? In case I reach panic level, it makes it worse. So now I'm calling everybody. Just sit on the phone with me. We ain't gotta talk. I just want to know somebody around. The good thing about having a life alert thing is they do contact my best friend and they contact my two daughters whenever I press the button, and everybody can come to where I'm at until the ambulance make it here because everyone is right around each other. Okay. Um, if you're addicted to something and you want the withdrawal, even medicine, um, and you want the withdrawal, it can cause anxiety because you're thinking of the fear of what's going to happen. You become scared of the withdrawal, and you be scared of what's going to happen during that withdrawal. So it's like you're more afraid of the withdrawal instead of what can take place during the withdrawal. Okay, so you're scared of the withdrawal more than you are having the withdrawal. Mm, I always go to the doctor when you feel like you just don't have control at work, out in public, around your children, around your husband, fiance, boyfriend, girlfriend, parents, whatever. Go. Explain what's going on. Explain what you're feeling. Make sure you give every detail that you can. Okay, so you can be properly diagnosed. Okay, and more than likely, sometimes, majority of the time, doctors will tell you there is nothing wrong, but you do have anxiety slash panic disorder, or it can just be a mild case of it, which is the common generalized anxiety. Okay, if you find yourself getting upset, like mad, angry, and you can't control it, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. And when I say you go to a primary doctor until you find a therapist, or however it goes, find a therapist first, however it goes, but go. Don't be afraid. It's okay to talk to a therapist. It's okay to talk to a psychiatrist. It's okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay for you to say you're not. We're all human. We're not okay all the time. So it's normal to say, I'm not okay in this moment. I'm not. It's okay for me. What? This is what I need in this moment. Because if you don't, then you're stuck in this moment. And then this moment is not where you want to be. Okay? You want to be out of this moment. You want to be done with this moment and you want to move on from this moment. Okay? Depression, automatic. You're going to feel depressed. You might even turn to alcohol, drug abuse. Go see your doctor. Go see your doctor. If you think it's linked to health issues, go see your doctor. Suicidal thoughts, thoughts of hurting yourself or someone else, go to the doctor. Okay? So that's my time for today. I will be back on tomorrow and we will continue this conversation. Okay? Thank you guys for going on a journey with me and hope to get my live. If you have questions and need answers or other things, I'll talk about some more of the symptoms that I have. Um, And if you have questions or anything, whether you are watching now or you're watching later, um, ask the questions and I'll get to them as soon as I can. I will start going on at a certain time every day, just in case you want to be live with it, so you can get your questions and concerns answered right away. Okay? Love you all. Love yourself. Love each other. Have a great one.